And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at we were right and they were wrong. We were right and they had a narrative, and the narrative, i.e. that everything's Russia's fault, is falling at the wayside. Now this is as the British Central Bank, which is the Bank of England as we all know, has admitted it underestimated inflation. Oh, it underestimated it. It didn't completely lie about it. Oh no. We just got it wrong, everybody. It was just a slight miscalculation that's meaning that everybody's suffering a hell of a lot more than they predicted or was warning us about. Now, they actually say that the UK is now heading towards 11%, which is glorious, isn't it, everyone? That's from 9% that they previously thought it was going to get to, and I can guarantee it will be a lot more than that before this is over. So if anyone has not bought any dry goods and stuff for things like food, I would advise you to start doing it, because it looks like the inflation is just going to keep going up and up and up and up. So I thought we'd have a look at what the Bank of England have said, who they blame, and then we'll break that apart, because obviously it's not who they say. The Bank of England has become the latest central bank to admit that its inflation predictions were widely off. Widely. Yep. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. I know you're all struggling to survive now. Sorry. Now, predicting that the UK is set for 11% inflation by the autumn. The chief economist of the Bank of England, Hugh Pill, what a stupid name, acknowledged on Friday that they had underestimated the rate of inflation after Monetary Policy Committee adjusted its estimate to 11% by October. The bank had previously predicted 10% by the autumn, which was already 5 times higher than the typical target of 2%. In the sense of the outcome of our forecast, yes, we have underestimated inflation, Mr. Phil said. Underestimated. That's not underestimation, is it? That's negligence of the highest order, or complete lying. The admission comes after similar confessions from the European Central Bank and Fed Chairman, US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, both of whom predicted that inflation would be, are we ready for this one? Temporary. Really? Temporary. Andrew Bailey, the head of the Bank of England, also predicted that inflation would be temporary. I'd actually sack every single one of them, because obviously they have no idea what they're talking about. If I can predict it, you can predict it, and everyone else on our side can predict it, it tells me that so could they, and they refused to tell anyone. So in other words, they knew it was going to get bad and didn't tell everyone it's going to get bad, so it's going to get even worse because people couldn't prepare. Absolutely shocking, isn't it? Now, obviously the blame game has started by the Bank of England, because it can't possibly be their fault. So the Bank of England have blamed the soaring inflation on the rising cost of energy, which has been exacerbated by the war in the Ukraine. No, what it has been exacerbated by is the sanctions placed on Russia because of the war in the Ukraine. It's got nothing to do with the actual war in the Ukraine. It's all to do with the sanctions. You increase demand, you increase the price. You increase the price, everything goes up because it costs more to transport it, and supply lines start to fall. Are we not seeing a pattern here yet? Now, obviously, this has been pew-pewed and debunked immediately to the UK Parliament, as they heard this week that the current economic woes are mostly the result of the decision by world leaders to impose lockdowns on their citizenry. And Russia is only, and the sanctions on Russia is only another stone to the pile rather than the only stone. University of Nottingham Professor of Economics David Patton said that eye-watering sums of money spent by the UK government on paying healthy people not to work and keeping businesses afloat had merely delayed the inevitable economic consequences we are now seeing. So even though they're claiming it was Russia, it's actually because of the lockdowns and the lurgy and the printing of the money and the throwing of the money up the wall and the paying off of the friends' businesses to get PPEs and all of the rest of the corruption, which is exactly what it seemed to be to me. That's the reason why we're all suffering now. So don't let them say, the British Central Bank or any other central bank or government, that it was because of Russia. It's already been proven that it's because of lockdown that we're going through now. Let everyone know. I'd like to know your opinion as well, though, everyone. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, stay sane. See you on the next one.